Hey guys, let's test it back again. I've been tagged, Halloween tagged by Xfile2708. Xfile, thank you very much mate, I appreciate it. A really good friend of mine on YouTube, he's a really nice bloke. If you haven't checked his channel, obviously please go and check his channel, which I'm sure most people know who Xfile is, but if you're new to this and you just found me, please go and check out Xfile2708. Really nice bloke, and he's got a fantastic game mode, awesome. Right, okay, I've got to answer 5 questions and I've got to tag 5 people. So the first question is my favourite food to eat while watching horror films at home and in the cinema. If it's the cinema, it's very traditional. It's big Coke, big popcorn, sweet popcorn, no salt. Yeah, that's just awesome. You can't beat that. I'm not a big fan of eating sweets in the cinema. I don't mind eating sweets, but I find it annoying. It's annoying when people sit around you and you hear them unwrapping sweets on for the film. You just want to smack them. You know, people like that and people with mobile phones, God, that gets on my tits. Turn it off. At home, it's basically a cup of tea, pack of ginger nuts or some digestives, or if I'm really hungry, it's a big ass pizza, nice big pepperoni from Domino's or something, or yeah, can't beat that, or all the meats or some shit like that, quality. Number 2 is my favourite horror icon. Now I've picked not a person or a character, but an actual item of clothing, and it is the Scream mask. I love the Scream mask. I think it's brilliant. It's really clever design, and it's really iconic because just as soon as you show it to someone, they go, "Oh yeah, I know what that is." It's just brilliant, and you never know who's wearing the outfit. So all through the film, you're guessing who the serial killer is. It could just be anyone. You can't trust anybody. I love that. Absolutely brilliant. Scream mask, fantastic. Okay, favourite horror film music would have to be The Exorcist. Absolutely iconic, classic. Soundtrack. It just makes you, makes the hairs on your arms stand up. It really makes you tingle. It really sets the movie tone, I think. I never got to see the film until a few years back, so it really didn't scare me at all. But it lost its appeal. I suppose when it first came out, it scared the shit out of me. I can imagine why. I did think there was parts of the film which were just a bit wrong and unnecessary, but that's another story. But yeah, The Exorcist music, absolutely fantastic. Then it's my favourite horror film, which would be the original Saw movie, mainly because it was more psychological than it was like traditional cutting people up kind of film. It was really cleverly made, really well written, and extremely well acted. And Danny Glover, I absolutely love Danny Glover, brilliant actor. I just think that the way they did it, when they find the victims and they don't actually show you the violence like they do on the sequels. They hint at what happened, brief description, then you've got to use your own brain and your own imagination, and I love that because that really screws you up. It can scare the crap out of you into that. And the twist at the end of the film, my God, the twist at the end of the film is the most phenomenal twist. It was like the best twist I've seen since like Sixth Sense. It was just absolutely stunning. The writers of that film, they deserve an Oscar just for writing that film. It's great. I won't spoil the ending in case anyone hasn't actually seen the film, which is highly unlikely, but if you haven't seen it, I really highly recommend watching the first Saw film. Don't watch the sequels, because they're just shit. They're just pure violence, and they just don't see the point. They couldn't be asked to write a proper story, they just cut people up, waste of time. Sorry Xfile, I know you like the sequels, but just didn't do anything for me, right, at all, nothing. Alright, last question. Favourite horror-based video game? This was a tough one because I don't really play a lot of horror-based video games, but one game that sticks in my mind from the last few years has got to be the original Condemned on the 360. When I first got my 360 at launch, I got Condemned, and holy shit man, what a game. If you want a game that'll scare the crap out of you, that's the game to play. I mean, I wouldn't even play it at night, I'd only play it in the daytime because I was that scared of playing it. It cracks me up. It's like the beginning of the game, you walk around in the dark and you've got like a plank of wood, and there's a geezer darting in front of you, and you're like, LAPD, and he's like, F you, and you're like, what? It's like, what's going on? The geezer's just some storming at you, like, shit! It's absolutely brilliant. Just smacking people around the head with 2x4s. I mean, it's like a classic. It's a really great game. I love it. I'm not too sure about the sequel. I've tried playing it. It just seems it's like the Saw movies. They've gone from just doing a really great game to having just shitloads of violence, which is pointless. You've got to have a narrative as well. You can't just have violence. But oh well. Alright, okay. So the 5 people I'm going to tag are going to be Vidium, Sandom Todd, Super 360 Cast, Skilltacular, and Eternia Boy. So look forward to seeing what you guys come back with on the tag videos. I hope you have time to make one, but if you do, it'd be brilliant. I'd really like to see Halloween tags. I know video, you've just knocked out another 4 videos, mate, so sorry about this, keep you busy. But yeah, thank you guys, that's my Halloween tag, and I'll be back with another video very soon, and have a nice day, and I'll see you all later.